Good morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments, where we have soybeans up 12 cents, corn unchanged, wheat in Chicago unchanged, KC in Minneapolis unchanged. Stock market is opening up lower. We got the dollar mixed to a little bit lower. Crude has rebounded from a lower trade overnight. I think that 2022 is going to be remembered by its increased volatility because of the war in Ukraine, because of concern about China economy, and the Fed continuing to raise rate to fight inflation. And in 2023, if they continue to raise interest rates, we could go into a recession. Markets concerned about a global slowdown in economies because of because of the inflation and lower demand. The number one headline overnight was that China has stopped putting out data on COVID cases and deaths, but there are some that feel that the number of deaths per day is increased to as much as 25,000. So again, 2023 will be starting out looking at South American weather, and then just the impact that slower economies may have on demand for our exports. And then we will evolve from watching South American weather to watching U.S. weather. In talking to our weather person this morning, he feels that there is an anomaly going on right now. As La Nina weakens, Argentina may not see a lot of normal rain. Brazil should see normal rains, especially getting into the dry areas of southern Brazil, and they could have record crops, while Argentina crops could be well below normal. So the one question is, at what point do we stop trading Argentina and start trading Brazil? Here in the U.S., he's been noting that for the Midwest, precip has been a little bit below normal, and that we could start out the spring with a little bit of dryness, especially in the eastern Corn Belt. And then as we move along into the late spring and summer, the eastern Corn Belt weather could improve, although there could be some dryness in the western Corn Belt. And so all in all, as long as temperatures don't get extremely warm, it should be a year for good corn and soybean and spring wheat yields. Not sure just how much hard wheat yields will be impacted by the recent cold weather and the dry weather pattern, but at some point in time, they could see better precip amounts. For the year, when we look at March beans, we had a high back in June of around 1542, and in July we had a low of 1305, and now we're testing that high at $15. The corn futures market has basically been sideways since the August, but the high for the year was about 768, and the low in July was about 568. So I think the market's going to stay in a much tighter trading range in 2023, with demand concerns and maybe good crops offering resistance, and the current tight supply and uncertainty of the war probably offering some support under the market. Again, have a wonderful weekend, and let's look forward to 2023.